I want to share with you a little bit of motivation to help some of my travelers. Many of you have to fly a lot, and so you're in the air a lot, and you're in airplanes, and you're wondering maybe how can I try to stay healthy and stay fit because I'm gone all the time, and it's just really, really difficult. There's always a way. There's always a way, and I've got some tips for you today, and I hope you can take them and use them because they're very helpful and very healthy. So remember this: before you fly, stroll around the terminal. Even with your little pulley, pull it right behind you and just kind of walk and get as much walking in as possible before you board your flight. Second, avoid heavy meals. That way it's not sitting heavy because you're going to be in a tight quarters for an extended period of time, and so that can get real uncomfortable. Third, wear comfortable clothing. Make sure you wear some breathable clothing so that you have room to stretch and move and you're not pinching your waistline or things are uncomfortable and too tight on you. And last, moderate your caffeine intake, because sometimes we can take in too much caffeine. It makes us jittery on the flight and too anxious. And when you're in a confined quarters like that, that can be a little difficult, a little challenging. But once you get on the flight, so what can I do once I get on the flight? Well, during the flight, when you get in your little cubby, your little seat that you're in, there's actually some movements that you can do while you're sitting there. And because of my camera, I'm not able to show you all of those movements without you so that you could hear me. So I'm going to explain them to you. They're very simple. You can sit down and you can do the foot twirl. Just kick your legs out in front of you as far as you can and just rotate your feet one direction and then rotate them back another direction. Then you can do a foot pump, just kind of like a calf raise, where you just raise your feet to the balls of your toes and then you lower them and then back up again. Do that several times. You can do the knee ups, where you're picking your knees up in your seat one at a time and just kind of getting the blood circulation. You're getting some movement in, you're getting those limbs going. And then there's the shoulder roll, where you can sit there and you can roll your shoulders back a few times, roll them forward a few times. You can also do the neck roll, where you're rolling your neck all the way around in one direction and rotate it back the other direction and then forward and back. And then you can do the forward bend, where you lean over in your seat and then you sit back up straight. And you do that quite a few times. And then, of course, there's that long walk down the aisle to the restroom that we all usually have to make during our flights. But there are just so many simple, healthy ways to stay fit, to keep the blood circulation, get oxygen pumping through the body so that you don't have brain fog, so that your blood is circulating when you get off the plane and you have energy, and you're not having to be all stiff, and then have a long time to recover once you get back from a trip. So I hope these little tips are motivating you and helping you. And if they are, let me know. I want to hear from you. And if you have a question about something, I would be happy to answer your question. Just email me at in1piece, the letter N, the number 1, and peace, P-E-A-C-E, .ad @gmail.com. That's in1piece.ad @gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. And remember to trust the process and keep moving.